In the realm of the internet, few stories are as captivating and controversial as that of Ross Albrecht and his creation, Silk Road. Launched in 2011, Silk Road was an online marketplace that revolutionized the way illicit goods, particularly drugs, were bought and sold. Operating on the dark web, it utilized Bitcoin to facilitate anonymous transactions, allowing users to engage in trade without the oversight of traditional law enforcement. This innovative platform not only provided a new avenue for drug users and sellers, but also sparked a significant shift in the dynamics of the online drug trade. The significance of Silk Road extends beyond mere transactions. It challenged existing notions of privacy, security, and the role of government in regulating the internet. Albrecht's vision was rooted in libertarian ideals, advocating for personal freedom and the right to choose what one consumes. However, this idealism quickly collided with the harsh realities of law enforcement and the ethical implications of facilitating drug sales. As Silk Road gained notoriety, it attracted the attention of law enforcement agencies worldwide, leading to a complex cat-and-mouse game that would ultimately culminate in Albrecht's arrest in 2013. The impact of Silk Road on law enforcement was profound, prompting agencies to adapt their strategies in combating cybercrime and drug trafficking. The case highlighted the challenges of policing the dark web, where anonymity reigns and traditional investigative techniques often fall short. Moreover, it ignited a broader conversation about internet privacy and the extent to which governments should intervene in online spaces. Albrecht's story is not just about a young entrepreneur who created a controversial platform, it is a reflection of the ongoing struggle between individual freedoms and societal norms. As we delve deeper into this narrative, we will explore the intricacies of Albrecht's motivations, the rise and fall of Silk Road, and the lasting implications for both law enforcement and internet users. This video aims to provide an informative yet engaging examination of a case that continues to resonate in discussions about digital privacy, the war on drugs, and the future of online marketplaces. By understanding the complexities of Ross Albrecht's journey and the Silk Road phenomenon, we can better appreciate the evolving landscape of the internet and the ongoing debates surrounding freedom, security, and the role of technology in our lives. Join us as we unravel this fascinating tale that intertwines innovation, crime, and the quest for autonomy in the digital age. The inception of Silk Road marked a pivotal moment in the evolution of online marketplaces, particularly for illegal goods. Ross Albrecht, a young libertarian with a vision for personal freedom, created Silk Road in 2011 as a platform that would allow individuals to buy and sell illicit items, primarily drugs, without the constraints of traditional commerce. Central to this innovative marketplace was the use of Bitcoin, a decentralized cryptocurrency that enabled users to conduct transactions anonymously. By leveraging Bitcoin, Albrecht provided a means for users to engage in commerce without revealing their identities, thus circumventing the scrutiny of law enforcement and financial institutions. This choice of currency was not merely a technical decision, it was deeply intertwined with Albrecht's libertarian beliefs, which emphasized individual autonomy and minimal government intervention in personal choices. Silk Road operated on the dark web, a part of the internet that is not indexed by traditional search engines and requires specific software to access. The primary tool used to navigate this hidden realm was Tor, a network designed to anonymize users' online activities. By routing internet traffic through a series of volunteer-operated servers, Tor obscured users' locations and identities, making it exceedingly difficult for law enforcement to trace transactions back to individuals. This level of anonymity was crucial for Silk Road's operations, as it allowed buyers and sellers to interact without fear of being monitored or apprehended. The combination of Bitcoin and Tor created a secure environment for illicit trade, attracting a diverse user base that included not only drug dealers, but also those seeking other illegal goods and services. Albrecht's libertarian ideology played a significant role in shaping Silk Road's operational methods. He believed that individuals should have the freedom to make their own choices, including the right to access drugs without government interference. This philosophy was reflected in the marketplace's structure, which operated on a principle of free trade and minimal regulation. Albrecht envisioned Silk Road as a means to empower individuals, providing them with the autonomy to make decisions about their own bodies and lives. However, This idealism was complicated by the ethical implications of facilitating drug sales and the potential consequences for users and society at large. As Silk Road gained traction, it became a symbol of the ongoing debate surrounding personal freedom, government control, and the moral complexities of the drug trade. Albrecht's creation not only transformed the landscape of online commerce, but also ignited discussions about the future of internet privacy and the role of technology in shaping societal norms. The operational methods of Silk Road, rooted in anonymity and libertarian ideals, set the stage for a new era of digital marketplaces, one that continues to influence conversations about freedom and regulation in the online world. Ross Albrecht's early life and education played a significant role in shaping the individual who would later create Silk Road. Born in 1984 in Austin, Texas, Albrecht grew up in a supportive family that valued education and personal achievement. His upbringing was marked by a strong sense of community and a commitment to service, which was exemplified by his achievement as an Eagle Scout. This prestigious rank, earned through dedication and hard work, instilled in him a sense of responsibility and leadership that would later influence his entrepreneurial endeavors. Albrecht's academic journey began at the University of Texas, where he pursued a degree in physics. His time at the university was characterized by a strong academic performance, reflecting his intellectual curiosity and determination. He excelled in his studies, demonstrating a keen interest in understanding complex systems and the underlying principles that govern them. This analytical mindset would later serve him well as he navigated the intricacies of creating and managing an online marketplace. After completing his undergraduate degree, Albrecht continued his education at Penn State University, where he pursued a master's degree in materials science and engineering. His academic success at both institutions showcased his commitment to learning and his ability to tackle challenging subjects. During his time in college, Albrecht underwent a significant transformation in his ideological beliefs. Initially, he held conventional views, but exposure to various philosophical ideas and discussions led him to embrace libertarianism. Influenced by thinkers such as Friedrich Hayek and Milton Friedman, he began to question the role of government in personal lives and the implications of state control over individual choices. This ideological shift was further fueled by his experiences with the limitations imposed by regulations and the desire for personal freedom. Albrecht's newfound beliefs emphasized the importance of individual autonomy, free markets, and minimal government intervention, which would later become foundational principles in the creation of Silk Road. The convergence of Albrecht's upbringing, academic achievements, and ideological transformation laid the groundwork for his entrepreneurial spirit. His experiences as an Eagle Scout taught him the value of perseverance and ethical decision-making, while his academic success honed his analytical skills. These elements combined with his libertarian beliefs to inspire him to create a platform that challenged conventional norms and sought to empower individuals through the freedom of choice. As we explore the complexities of Ross Albrecht's life, it becomes evident that his early experiences and education were instrumental in shaping the vision that ultimately led to the establishment of Silk Road, a marketplace that would forever alter the landscape of online commerce and ignite debates about personal freedom and government regulation. The expansion and popularity of Silk Road marked a significant turning point in the landscape of online marketplaces, particularly for illicit goods. Launched in 2011, Silk Road quickly attracted thousands of users, becoming a hub for individuals seeking to buy and sell drugs and other illegal items. Its user-friendly interface and the promise of anonymity drew in a diverse clientele, from casual users to seasoned dealers. Within a short period, Silk Road generated significant sales, with estimates suggesting that millions of dollars worth of transactions occurred on the platform. The allure of accessing a wide variety of drugs, often at competitive prices, contributed to its rapid growth and solidified its status as a go-to marketplace on the dark web. One of the key factors behind Silk Road's success was its innovative methods for shipping drugs while maintaining user anonymity. Sellers on the platform employed various creative strategies to ensure that their shipments evaded detection by law enforcement. Many utilized discreet packaging techniques, such as disguising drugs within everyday items, or using unmarked envelopes to minimize suspicion. Additionally, sellers often relied on a network of trusted couriers who understood the importance of discretion and efficiency. This system allowed for a relatively seamless transaction process, where buyers could receive their purchases without fear of being caught. The combination of these shipping methods and the inherent anonymity provided by Bitcoin transactions created a secure environment for both buyers and sellers, further fueling Silk Road's popularity. However, the rise of Silk Road also presented significant challenges for law enforcement agencies tasked with combating online drug trafficking. The platform's reliance on the dark web and the use of Tor technology made it exceedingly difficult for authorities to trace users and transactions. Traditional investigative techniques, which often rely on physical evidence and direct surveillance, proved ineffective in this digital landscape. Law enforcement faced a complex cat-and-mouse game as they struggled to adapt to the rapidly evolving methods employed by Silk Road users. The anonymity afforded by Bitcoin transactions further complicated efforts to track financial flows, as funds could be easily laundered or transferred across multiple accounts. As Silk Road gained notoriety, law enforcement agencies around the world began to collaborate and share intelligence in an effort to dismantle the operation. This cooperation highlighted the growing recognition of the need for specialized training and resources to address the unique challenges posed by online marketplaces. Despite these efforts, Silk Road continued to thrive for several years, demonstrating the resilience of its user base and the effectiveness of its operational methods. The platform's expansion not only transformed the online drug trade, but also prompted a broader discussion about the implications of internet privacy, the limits of government regulation, and the future of digital commerce. Ultimately, Silk Road's popularity and the challenges it posed for law enforcement underscored the complexities of navigating a rapidly changing digital landscape, one that continues to evolve in the wake of technological advancements. The investigation and eventual shutdown of Silk Road involved a concerted effort by various federal agencies, including the Drug Enforcement Administration and the Department of Homeland Security. These agencies recognized the growing threat posed by the online marketplace, which facilitated the sale of illegal drugs and other illicit goods. As Silk Road gained notoriety, it became a priority for law enforcement, prompting a multi-agency task force to coordinate their efforts in tracking down its elusive creator, Ross Albrecht, and dismantling the operation. Undercover operations played a crucial role in gathering evidence against Albrecht and Silk Road. Agents employed various tactics to infiltrate the marketplace, posing as buyers and sellers to gain first-hand experience of its operations. This approach allowed them to collect vital information about the platform's inner workings, including the methods used for transactions, shipping, and communication among users. By engaging directly with the Silk Road community, agents were able to build a case against Albrecht, documenting the extent of the illegal activities taking place on the site. Additionally, they monitored online forums and discussions to identify key players and gather intelligence on the network of individuals involved in the drug trade. Despite the determination of law enforcement, the investigation faced numerous challenges and setbacks. One of the primary obstacles was the inherent anonymity provided by Silk Road's use of the dark web and Tor technology. This made it exceedingly difficult for agents to trace transactions back to specific individuals, as users could easily mask their identities and locations. Furthermore, the decentralized nature of Bitcoin transactions complicated efforts to track financial flows, as funds could be rapidly transferred and laundered through multiple accounts. These technological barriers required law enforcement to adapt their strategies and invest in specialized training to effectively navigate the complexities of cybercrime. Another significant challenge was the need for collaboration among various agencies, each with its own jurisdiction and priorities. Coordinating efforts between the DEA, DHS, and other federal entities required extensive communication and cooperation, which sometimes led to delays in the investigation. Additionally, the evolving tactics employed by Silk Road users, including the use of encrypted communication and sophisticated security measures, further hindered law enforcement's ability to gather evidence. Despite these hurdles, the investigation ultimately culminated in a breakthrough when agents were able to identify Albrecht as the mastermind behind Silk Road. In October 2013, federal agents arrested him in a San Francisco library, marking the end of a lengthy and complex investigation. The efforts of the DEA, DHS, and other agencies not only led to the shutdown of Silk Road but also set a precedent for future investigations into online drug trafficking. The challenges faced during this investigation underscored the need for law enforcement to continually adapt to the rapidly changing landscape of cybercrime, as they sought to protect public safety in an increasingly digital world. The events leading to Ross Ulbricht's arrest in San Francisco unfolded with a combination of meticulous planning by law enforcement and an unexpected turn of fate for the young entrepreneur. On October 1, 2013, Ulbricht was apprehended at a public library in the city, a location he frequented to work on Silk Road and engage with its community. The library, a seemingly innocuous setting, became the backdrop for a dramatic culmination of a lengthy investigation into the online drug marketplace he had created. The arrest was the result of an extensive undercover operation led by federal agents, including Agent Jared Duran, who played a pivotal role in the case. Duran and his team had been monitoring Ulbricht's online activities for months, gathering evidence and piecing together his identity as the mastermind behind Silk Road. They utilized various tactics, including infiltrating the marketplace and engaging with users to gain insights into its operations. Duran's efforts were instrumental in establishing a clear connection between Ulbricht and the illicit activities taking place on Silk Road. As the investigation progressed, agents were able to track Ulbricht's movements and pinpoint his location, ultimately leading them to the library where he was arrested. On that fateful day, Ulbricht was reportedly working on his laptop when agents moved in to apprehend him. The operation was executed with precision, as law enforcement sought to minimize any potential for escape or confrontation. Ulbricht was taken by surprise, caught off guard in a public space where he likely felt safe and anonymous. The arrest was swift, and agents seized his laptop, which contained crucial evidence that would later be used in court. The moment marked a significant turning point in the battle against online drug trafficking, as the authorities successfully dismantled one of the most notorious platforms of its kind. The shock of Ulbricht's arrest reverberated beyond the confines of the library, reaching his friends and family, who were left reeling from the news. Many were unaware of the extent of his involvement with Silk Road and the legal troubles that had been brewing around him. Those close to Ulbricht described him as a bright and ambitious individual, often expressing ideals of personal freedom and entrepreneurship. The revelation that he was at the center of a federal investigation came as a profound surprise, leading to a mix of disbelief and concern among his loved ones. Friends recounted their memories of Ulbricht, struggling to reconcile the person they knew with the actions that had led to his arrest. In the aftermath, Ulbricht's family grappled with the implications of his actions and the legal battles that lay ahead. The arrest not only marked the end of Silk Road, but also initiated a complex legal saga that would capture national attention and spark debates about internet privacy, drug policy, and the limits of government intervention. As the dust settled, the events leading to Ulbricht's arrest served as a stark reminder of the consequences of navigating the murky waters of the dark web and the challenges faced by those who dare to challenge the status quo. The trial proceedings for Ross Ulbricht were a highly publicized and contentious affair, drawing significant media attention and sparking widespread debate about internet privacy, drug policy, and the ethics of online marketplaces. Ulbricht faced multiple charges, including conspiracy to commit money laundering, conspiracy to commit computer hacking, and conspiracy to traffic narcotics. These charges stemmed from his role as the creator and operator of Silk Road, which facilitated the sale of illegal drugs and other illicit goods. Throughout the trial, Ulbricht maintained his innocence, pleading not guilty to all charges. His defense argued that he was not directly responsible for the actions of the users on Silk Road, and that the platform was merely a marketplace that reflected the demand for certain goods. The trial unfolded over several weeks, during which the prosecution presented a wealth of evidence, including testimonies from former Silk Road users and law enforcement officials. The jury was tasked with sifting through complex legal arguments and the intricacies of online commerce. Ultimately, on February 4, 2015, the jury delivered its verdict, finding Ulbricht guilty on all counts. The decision was met with mixed reactions, as supporters of Ulbricht viewed him as a champion of personal freedom, while critics saw him as a dangerous figure who facilitated drug trafficking and contributed to the opioid crisis. Following the verdict, Judge Catherine B. Forrest presided over the sentencing phase of the trial. On May 29, 2015, she sentenced Albrecht to life in prison without the possibility of parole, a decision that shocked many observers. The sentence was one of the harshest ever handed down for a non-violent crime, reflecting the serious nature of the charges and the impact of Silk Road on society. In her remarks, Judge Forrest emphasized the need for a strong deterrent against similar online activities, stating that Albrecht's actions had led to significant harm and suffering. The implications of Albrecht's sentence were profound, igniting discussions about the balance between law enforcement and personal freedoms in the digital age. Many advocates for internet privacy and criminal justice reform viewed the sentence as excessive, arguing that it set a dangerous precedent for how the legal system treats individuals involved in online marketplaces. Albrecht's case became emblematic of the broader societal struggle to navigate the complexities of technology, drug policy, and individual rights. In the years following his sentencing, Albrecht reflected on his actions and the consequences of his choices. He expressed remorse for the harm caused by Silk Road and acknowledged the unintended consequences of his vision for personal freedom. In letters from prison, Albrecht articulated a desire for redemption and a hope that his story could serve as a cautionary tale for others. His reflections highlighted the complexities of his journey, revealing a young man who, despite his initial intentions, became entangled in a web of legal and ethical dilemmas that would ultimately define his legacy. As the debate surrounding his case continues, Albrecht's story remains a poignant reminder of the challenges posed by the intersection of technology, law, and morality in an increasingly digital world. The consequences of Silk Road and Ross Albrecht's actions reverberated far beyond the immediate legal ramifications, significantly impacting drug policy and igniting debates about internet privacy. Silk Road's emergence as a prominent online marketplace for illicit goods challenged traditional approaches to drug enforcement, prompting lawmakers and law enforcement agencies to reconsider their strategies in combating drug trafficking. The platform's use of Bitcoin and the dark web highlighted the limitations of existing regulatory frameworks, leading to calls for more comprehensive policies that address the complexities of digital commerce. As a result, discussions surrounding harm reduction, decriminalization, and the need for a more nuanced understanding of drug use gained traction, influencing public opinion and legislative efforts in various jurisdictions. In addition to the broader implications for drug policy, Silk Road's legacy also sparked intense debates about internet privacy and the extent to which governments should intervene in online spaces. Albrecht's case raised critical questions about the balance between individual freedoms and societal safety, as advocates for digital rights argued that the government's response to Silk Road could set a dangerous precedent for surveillance and censorship. The discussions surrounding internet privacy became increasingly relevant as more individuals began to recognize the potential for government overreach in the digital age, leading to a growing movement advocating for stronger protections for online users. The fate of Albrecht's associates also serves as a testament to the far-reaching consequences of Silk Road. Many individuals involved in the operation faced legal repercussions, with several being arrested and charged for their roles in facilitating drug sales on the platform. The crackdown on Silk Road and its users underscored the risks associated with participating in online marketplaces that operate outside the law. Additionally, the investigation revealed instances of corruption among law enforcement agents, with some individuals attempting to exploit their positions for personal gain. These corrupt agents, who were involved in the investigation, faced their own legal consequences, further complicating the narrative surrounding Silk Road and highlighting the ethical dilemmas faced by those tasked with enforcing the law. As discussions surrounding online marketplaces and regulation continue, the legacy of Silk Road remains a focal point for policymakers, law enforcement, and advocates alike. The rise of similar platforms has prompted ongoing debates about how to effectively regulate digital commerce while respecting individual rights and freedoms. Many argue for a balanced approach that recognizes the realities of online trade, advocating for regulations that prioritize safety without stifling innovation or infringing on privacy. The challenges posed by the dark web and online marketplaces have led to calls for international cooperation and the development of new strategies to address the evolving landscape of cybercrime. In conclusion, the consequences of Silk Road and Albrecht's actions have had a profound impact on drug policy, internet privacy debates, and the future of online marketplaces. As society grapples with the complexities of digital commerce, the discussions initiated by Silk Road continue to shape the ongoing dialogue about regulation, individual rights, and the role of technology in our lives. The legacy of Silk Road serves as a reminder of the challenges and opportunities presented by the digital age, prompting us to consider how best to navigate this uncharted territory. In this video, we delved into the multifaceted character of Ross Ulbricht and the profound implications of his creation, Silk Road. Ulbricht emerged as a complex figure, embodying the ideals of personal freedom and entrepreneurship, while simultaneously becoming a symbol of the challenges posed by the digital age. His vision for Silk Road was rooted in libertarian beliefs, advocating for individual autonomy and the right to choose what one consumes. However, this idealism collided with the harsh realities of drug trafficking and the ethical dilemmas surrounding the facilitation of illegal activities. As we explored Ulbricht's journey, it became clear that his actions sparked significant debates about the role of government in regulating online spaces and the extent to which individuals should be held accountable for their choices in a digital marketplace. The implications of Silk Road extend far beyond Ulbricht's personal story. The platform challenged traditional drug policies and prompted a re-evaluation of how society approaches issues related to drug use and trafficking. It also ignited discussions about internet privacy, surveillance, and the balance between freedom and regulation in an increasingly interconnected world. As viewers, we are encouraged to reflect on these critical themes and consider how they resonate in our own lives. The ongoing dialogue surrounding online marketplaces and the need for effective regulation raises important questions about the future of digital commerce and the rights of individuals in the face of government oversight. As we conclude this exploration of Ross Ulbricht and Silk Road, we invite you to engage with the content further. If you found this video informative and thought-provoking, please consider subscribing to our channel for more insights on related topics. Your support helps us continue to create content that delves into the complexities of technology, law, and society. Additionally, liking and sharing this video with friends and family can help spread awareness of these important discussions, fostering a broader conversation about the implications of our digital choices. Together, we can navigate the intricate landscape of the digital age, examining the balance between freedom and regulation, while learning from the lessons of the past. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and we look forward to bringing you more engaging content in the future.